I've been in the business of telecoms and ICT recruitment for some 22 years now. I was with one of the bigger agencies within that field for 15 years and responsible for all of their overseas and international operations. Then in 2005, myself and my business partner, who was also in that company, we left and formed Rize back in 2005. Rize itself is a recruitment agency that specialises in the telecoms and ICT field on an international basis. By international, I mean mainly we focus on Africa, the Middle East and Europe. My role is, in a nutshell, to develop and implement best practice around the business development client side of things, and then to develop and implement best practice around delivery being the finding of candidates for the contract roles that we get. I mean, I didn't mention it earlier, but our business is very much, it's contract orientated rather than permanent. When we first started off back in 2005, we sat down and we got it down to about 12 or 15 recruitment companies, recruitment software companies. And of those, went through them quite rigorously, but boiled it down to 3. And then we got a presentation from the 3. And we chose Colleague. And we chose Colleague for a number of reasons. Firstly and foremost, we got that warm and fuzzy feeling about the people at Colleague. As well as knowing recruitment software, they actually knew the recruitment world, and that showed through. So they knew what we were looking for, knew what we wanted, and that helped enormously. And then actually sort of, looking at the product itself. The product itself it's very easy to use, and in terms of doing searches from an international perspective, it allows us to come at searches from different angles, not just technical skills. But for instance, nationalities, language ability, desired locations. For us, those what may be called softer elements are so important, and that allowed us to do it. One of the other big drivers was the flexibility around licensing. From a small company, and we were tiny, just beginning, we obviously wanted to grow, and the licensing was very flexible, that allowed us to do that and wasn't costly. Speaking about cost, that was another big driver for us. If you actually, as we did that quite rigid selection process, what we found was that Colleague really was the best value on the market for the functionality we were getting. It's very searchable, that it's helped us on that side of things. Very, very easy in terms of client interaction as well. So you get both sides of it, both client and candidate. Also, the customization that's been done, that Colleague have done for us, has helped us no end. I'll give you an example of that. International withholding tax rates, big thing for us, real pain. But the customization has helped us to allow for those various different rates in actually making the placements and the money side of things around those placements. So from that perspective, that's helped us an awful lot. Also, we use the back end or the back office functionality within Colleague, and that, once again, from billing internationally, has helped us so much that it's really streamlined that process and made it easier. One other thing that I think is really worthy of note is the actual software, and the people behind it, to integrate third-party products is very, very easy. And what I mean by that is, a real simple one would be Microsoft Outlook. You can integrate it now. Everything is recorded between candidates, everything. And Sabre as a tool for visual management reporting. We can have the screens up, show all the deals that people have done, etc., etc. Once again, it was very easy to integrate it to those third-party products. And how? In terms of the support, I can make this real easy. I call them, my team call them, it gets done. Nothing's ever a hassle or a huge problem. We've had a long relationship with you guys. You know us, we know you. We get onto the tech team and the tech team sort it out for us. Nothing's really, there's never been a case where it's been a hassle. It's just been easy, it gets sorted. I'd go a little bit further to say, would I? I have. Yeah, I have on several occasions, and I know that off the back of that you've had successful implementations. So going forward, I would believe in the product wholeheartedly, and I have done historically. I will continue to.